What's up, moviegoers? Welcome to the Marchio podcast. I'm your host, Anthony. In today's episode of the Marchio podcast, I'm talking about the 6th installment in the Child's Play franchise, Curse of Chucky. The movie is written and directed by Don Mancini and stars Fiona Dorff and Brad Dourif. If those names sound familiar, it should, because Brad Dourif's daughter, Fiona Dorff, plays the main character in this. And it's really good to see the lineage going down, especially in these movies. Now, the movie takes place 9 years after the events of the 5th film and 4 years after the movie's epilogue. Chucky is delivered to the family of Nika and Sarah Pierce, where Chucky terrorizes and kills the family one by one. Chucky is only driven by revenge, and Sarah was the one who called police on him while he was still human, leading to his original death in the first movie by Detective Mike Norris, played by Chris Sarandon, and responsible for Nika's disability. Now, with this, it's very interesting. Now, Curse of Chucky returns to the franchise's source material, bringing back the straightforward horror elements that should have been done with 3, 4, and 5. I don't know what happened with Don Mancini. I guess he got a strike of genius or an idea, and he thought, let's take it back to its horror roots and horror elements in the first movie. And they did that. When I first saw this movie, I absolutely loved it. I caught it on Netflix, and it was really, really good. I love the pacing. I love the story. I love how everything was done, and I love how everything was connected to all of the Child's Play movies. I don't want to give too much away. There's a fantastic spoiler in it. And the role of Fiona Dorff, the role that she plays, Nika, was, wow, blown away. Seeing Brad Dourif's daughter in this was great. And the movie is 96 minutes long. It had a budget of $2.8 million. And it was released at the box office in certain countries, but it only grossed $4 million. So it had much more of a easier time on DVD and streaming services. The movie was released in 2013. So it's fairly new. Not many people do know about it. And once again, Brad Dourif returns to voice the role of Chucky. And when you have Brad Dourif and Don Mancini, it's always good. And seeing Chucky back is scary. He's not the Chucky that you knew in 3, 4, and 5. This is the Chucky you see in the first movie, the Child's Play movie. The look is different. He looks more like he's cleaner, but then there's a twist. There's an interesting twist to it. And there's a fantastic kill in this movie that features a priest or pastor, how that's done. And it's just incredible filmmaking with a horror movie. This brought back the franchise to its core level and brought it back to what it was supposed to be. Curse of Chucky is really good. If you haven't seen it, you need to do so. Even the little girl that's in this movie plays a fantastic role in it. And, as usual, Chucky wants to take the soul of someone so he can do certain things. But that's not the case. The reason Chucky's back is because he's out for revenge. And that revenge is, against Nika. And I did state why in the beginning of the episode. And as this movie goes on, you see different factors of what happened. We see Charles Lee Ray in human form again. The last time we saw him in human form was in the Child's Play movie, the first Child's Play movie, in the first 15 minutes, where he is gunned down by Detective Mike Norris, played by Chris Sarandon. And then we don't see him in human form until this movie. We get flashback scenes with Brad Dourif as Charles Lee Ray as to what happened, how he became Chucky, how he knows about the voodoo, and how everything has changed in his life. And we realize that everything is a ruse and nothing is real. And certain things happen where you figure out that, okay, is it happening in the movie? Or if you're watching it, can you understand what's happening? It's a straightforward movie where you understand what's going on, which is great. And once you understand what's going on, then you actually can appreciate how good this movie is as a horror movie. I enjoyed it because it went back to the horror roots of being scary, being different, and actually having a good ending and a twist. Sadly, they did make another one after this called The Cult of Chucky, and which I'll be talking about in the next episode of the Marchio podcast. So let me know in the comment section below what you think about the 6th installment in the Child's Play franchise, Curse of Chucky. And did you even know there was a 6th movie? And if you saw it, what did you think of it? Did you check it out? Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Tell me why. And do you think that the franchise of movies have gone too far in the Child's Play series? Should they have stopped at a certain point? And let me know what point they should have stopped at. And as I said before, be sure you tune into the next episode of the Marchio podcast, where I'll be talking about Cult of Chucky. And be sure you click that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for new videos and new podcast episodes on the Marchio Productions YouTube page. And follow Marchio Productions on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And follow me, Anthony, your host, on Instagram and Twitter at misterfilmstock. And follow the Marchio podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'll leave a link to all the social media accounts in the description box below. You can check it out and follow along. Alright everyone, that does it for today's episode. I'm your host, Anthony. Thanks for tuning in.
Chucky, you found me.
I told you I would.
Where's Grandma?
In the cellar.